My name is Benton, and I'm an addict. I can recall at a very young age growing up in the projects with my mother trying to raise 3 kids on her own because my father was too busy out chasing after his own demons. I can remember people getting stabbed, cars being lit on fire, our doors getting kicked in at 2 o'clock in the morning. So as a natural progression of my life, at the age of 12 years old, I started to experiment with drugs and alcohol. And I found that it created a means for me to be able to escape the hell that I was living in. By the age of 15, this way of life had begun to consume me. I was doing anything and everything I could on a daily basis to be able to feed this addiction that had only began to grow inside of me. At the age of 18 years old, I found myself facing a slew of charges. I was sentenced to 4 years in a state penitentiary. Upon my release, my habit had only consumed me. With no promise of a future or a hope, I began to do whatever it took to get my fix. I would sell myself to men and women to be able to provide a means to get high. I can remember when my grandmother had passed away, everyone was in the front room mourning her loss, and I was in the back stealing all of her jewelry so I could get out of there to go to the pawn shop, to be able to get money to go get high. I can remember the pain and the anguish that I caused everyone that I came in contact with, because there were no lines that I would not cross to be able to supply these needs that I had consuming the inside of me. It didn't take long upon being released from prison before I found myself completely broken, homeless, sleeping on the streets of downtown Knoxville, digging through the trash can because I didn't have anything to eat. I didn't know where I would lay my head at night, so I slept on park benches. I slept under the bridge. I slept wherever I could, being woke up by police officers at 3 o'clock in the morning, told that I had to leave, I had to go somewhere else. This was my way of life. I had no escape. Then a man came into my life, and I watched this man for about a year. There was something different about him. There became a longing on the inside of me for what this man had. And finally one day, when I had found myself so broken because my addiction had literally brought me to my knees, and there was nowhere else for me to go. So I reached out and I asked this man. He led me to Jesus Christ. And upon giving my life to Jesus, I began to see things differently. I began to have something well up on the inside of me. There was a purpose there. Where there had been nothing before, there was a longing to fulfill something that was on the inside of me. Today I live a life that I only thought was a dream many years ago. Today I live a life that I never thought was possible. And it's only through Jesus Christ that life has been found. And it's only through Jesus Christ that my purpose has been developed inside of me. Because the sovereign Lord helps me, I will not be disgraced. Therefore, I have set my face like a stone, determined to do His will, and I know that I will not be put to shame.